All right, we're here, BSPR LLC.com. And our special guest today is Mr. Adam Griffith with FW22. As you can see, rocking the shirt, buddy. There we go. So, if you're new to our podcast, what BSPR LLC does, we market to 135 countries. We sell, market, distribute products all over the globe. We get the newest, the best products. And in my thinking, I was like, okay, so we have the newest and the best products, but what else can we do? And I said, we have to give back to the community. And, that's why I reached out to Adam, Mr. Griffith, sorry, to say, hey, can we do something to help you guys out? And so that's how we got introduced as far as an organization to organization, just to help out. Uh, you know, uh, I'll let you explain it, Adam. How about that? What do you guys do?
Hey, sorry about that, Paul. Yeah, so FW22, it's a nonprofit that was founded by two Marines 7 years ago, and it was around the principle of it. I mean, really, it started with these two Marines in a garage, just finding out they lost another buddy, and saying, we fought the war overseas, but the real battle seems like it's fighting the war at home. Fighting it stateside seems to be an uphill. That's where we're losing our close friends. So they decided to put on a hike with six of their close friends, just to try to get together once a year. And from there, it just, people started getting more and more involved. And there was companies and corporations wanting to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. And then we kind of geared it to, here's a day that a veteran in the community, if they want to hike, they can. If they want to run it, they can. If they want to walk it, or if they just want to show up. But we're going to have some stuff for the kids to do. So these veterans have something where they know that they're going to a place with like-minded individuals. So it usually will help them get out of the house a little bit because they know there's going to be a bunch of other vets. And they're going to have something to talk about that are going to able to understand like their dark sense of humor as most vets have. Um, you
Yeah,
Most of us are introverts now and we don't like people, and you can put a bunch of people that don't like people together in a room and they're going to end up liking each other because they have common ground of not liking other people.
exactly.
And
Yeah, and
so we
that's
think,
it's unfortunate in today's day and age, but that's how it is because of COVID and everything like that, and because of the like people with stress and things of that nature that they feel like they can't go outside, and that's why we formed our company about less than a year ago, is to encourage people to go outside and enjoy life and enjoy the outdoors. And it's not just for the family and friends, it's also for veterans, and for anybody to go outside and just like put down your iPod, or put down your iPad, or your computer for a little bit and go outside and enjoy life. And that's why we like your organization, because it's helping people to regain excuse, I'm so sorry, regain sustainability and be acclimated back to the society.
yeah,
And that's why we partner with you guys. And you can find them, FW22, on our website, on the charity sections. You can donate to them at any time. And then our website is bsprllc.com. But Adam, let's explore a little bit more, man. Like,
yeah.
you know,
So like our mission, honestly, it. I mean, unfortunately, we have to raise money to be able to do what we do. You know,
right?
and that's always hard for veterans to reach out and ask for help when they need to. But all of our stuff is anonymous. It's very discreet. We have um, we sign like we have meetings every month, sometimes every a weekly if we need to, just to talk about. what we can do within the community to help, one, raise awareness, and then two, is there anything that's going on that we can try to help veterans with? For example, FW22, we focus on veterans that are suffering from PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, and trying to educate and raise awareness to suicide prevention and mental illness within the community. And so what happens is these veterans don't know where to go, or they don't trust the VA. They can come to us. We'll point them in the right direction and try to help them that as much as we can. With the money we raise, we have veterans that run into a situation where the VA may not be able to help them because of they need to get paperwork squared away, or like the program is too full, or there's a wait process, right? Like,
Right.
you've got to go through the process just like almost every other organization. Then you have other organizations that can't help because you don't fit a criteria. With us, as long as you fit our criteria, we can usually have money in your hand. Well, not in the veteran's hand, but into the person that needs to be paid, the debtor or the debt
Okay.
collector.
Yeah. Okay.
Within 24 to 48 hours, depending on how extreme the situation is. The one thing that we pride ourselves in as an organization is when we are doing the processing of funds, it never goes to the veteran directly. It always goes to, if we're paying their water bill, if we're paying a cell phone bill, if
Wow.
we're paying for a hotel room, or taxi fare. We had a vet that had to go for surgery and didn't have a way to get there, so we paid for a vehicle for them
Like
to
a,
have.
like an Uber or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah.
we paid it for the whole time.
Yeah.
But we're able to step in when that they're in that gray area, or they don't qualify, like you're overqualified or you're underqualified. They can reach out to us, and if it hits our, you submit your documents and everything else, we can usually vote on it as an organization. We have a governing board,
Hmm.
and we'll vote on it, within minutes.
Right.
If it's an emergency, we'll get on the call and make it happen. And if we can't help you, we just don't tell you, hey, sorry, you didn't qualify for our assistance. No, we're going to sit down and push other organizations to try to help, and we'll try to orchestrate that.
Wow, that's amazing, man. And we do, all of us. I've never served in the military, but I do appreciate everybody that has, and what you guys are doing right now. It's incredible, because I know there's a lot of people that are trying to get acclimated when they come back. And that's what we do, is and trying to partner with you as well. Like I said, is to get people outdoors, enjoy life, and try to get reacclimated back to the culture that they once had, instead of all that stupid, silly stuff overseas. That I don't call it silly, disrespectful to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I say it's it's why are we doing this? Because people should just all get along and just go outdoors, man. Get on a kayak, get on a paddleboard, do something like really useful, instead of just causing chaos. So but so we truly appreciate what you guys are doing. And so I got a present for you.
Okay.
So what I wanted to address. So I've got a lot of people that are on right now that are all of my vendors. So I talk about your auction coming up before I give you the
Oh,
present.
yeah. So we have a bunch of events coming up. Actually, we have 4 more events before our flagship event, which is what this was all surrounded about, which was our hike, which our hike is held. This year it's going to be Saturday, September 24th at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
It's
That's
22. It's 22.
Standard Time, USA, because there's a lot of people overseas watching this.
Yeah.
So.
And what we do is we have raffles, we have silent auction items, and that's usually our big money maker to keep us funded throughout the year. The day of our hike, that is our flagship. That's what we were founded about. We'll never get rid of it. And the goal is to make it 100% free for all veterans, so they can just show up, have a good time. We've had, and so on September 24th, we're going to have this, hopefully have a decent size auction and raffle. And it's a great time. There's a lot of usually unique things that we have. We partner with obviously partnering with you guys this year will be interesting to see, what comes of it, because I know you and I have talked before, Paul, and, it looks very promising. And then
I'm going to get my manufacturers right now. So we're live right now. So all my manufacturers better get a hold of me this week, and we better start getting some donations to Adam's organization to help veterans out. So all my manufacturers that are listening right now, and plus I will actually respond tomorrow via email that he needs donations so they can auction off. So yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Yeah. So this is one way to get our veterans and their families out. We also have a bunch of resources there. So we'll have the VA, we'll have a VA rep there, we'll have the vet center there, we'll have a veteran-owned counseling company, therapists, psychologist company come out that just really blew up out of nowhere. I met them. They're very veteran. They're pro-veteran, as the owner's a veteran, and we try to bring out a lot of veteran-owned businesses to kind of raise awareness. But we have resources there. We have, even for ones that haven't served in the military, we can still help facilitate. Like we have NAMI, which is a national organization for PTSD, suicide prevention, stuff like that. But it's more garnered towards the civilian side of things. But we still have them come out because we feel that their mission is in line with what we're trying to do.
Nice.
We'll have food trucks. We'll have outside vendors as well. Some companies probably selling a couple things. And then we're trying to work on something a little special. I don't want to give it out yet, but
oh, come on, man.
It may involve some aviation.
Oh, wow.
We're still trying to coordinate it. It's not as easy as just making a phone call and making it happen. And then I belong to a driving club, and I'm going to try to get some very nice and unique and very rare vehicles out there that people can come out and take a look at, and have them kind of staged as a static display as well.
Under auction, or just like
no, that won't be.
Oh, okay. I was like, come on, man. Then you can't tease me. I'm like, how much do you want, man?
But and we just try to do the best we can. The one thing that we do pride ourselves is, I think it's 98.3% of all donations go back to the community.
Wow.
We do have a little overhead.
Well, you have to, yeah. I mean, or else you can't, function as an organization. So that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, the overhead is honestly a storage unit to hold everything, like our clothes, items before the auction, supplies and stuff that we use yearly and for all of our events. And then, we have a website. And then we are working on a phone app. It's in progress. It's in the works. Should be up, we're hoping in the next couple months.
Okay.
And that's our overhead. But we are also given a grant this year to help pay for all of our overhead for the website. It was strictly for the website, for the app, for the storage unit. So we do pride ourselves that we can say, like, I don't take any type of monetary value of anything from the organization. I don't make a dime. I donate my spare time to the organization and trying to put some of this stuff together.
That's incredible, man. And again, we thank you for your service, and to everybody out there listening that has served in the military or any branch. That's just incredible that what you guys are doing to give back and to help support people that are, in need or just need some guidance or things of that nature. And again, we encourage everybody to go to our website, bsprllc.com. Uh, FW22 is down at the bottom, under our, not at the, they're not at the bottom, but are located on our website, under the charities section. And you can donate to them anytime. We have a link to their address there. And then I understand, Adam, you're going to be doing a new website and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll change the link and make sure that it goes, accordingly. But and then also, so my gift to you and to FW22. So bass fishing is probably the number one industry in fishing in the United States. And I actually know the best of the best manufacturers of lures in the world. And hands down, he's on our website. You can go to our website, and he's under Global Fishing Solutions, GFS, on our website. He's hands down the best manufacturer of lures in the world. And he's going to customize a lure for you guys.
Oh, wow.
So that you guys can auction off. His lures go like, it's not like, Walmart stuff. No offense to Walmart, but I'm saying like his stuff is like, some of his lures go for like $2 to $3 because they're customized. And next time we're on a podcast, I'll show you. He can actually take a hammer to his lures and it will not break, will not chip, will not do anything. So he's got a special technology, and he's with our company. I found the best of the best, just like your organization. But he's willing to donate one lure customized to your organization to raise money for your event coming up in September. So I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to, just put FW22 on it, or if you want to customize it somebody's name, but I guess it's up to the highest bidder. So, but there's a lot of bass anglers out there right now. So,
Well,
we
greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, that could raise a lot of money. It's my friend Tio from GFS Global Fishing Solutions in Greece. He's the best in the world. You can't touch him. But yeah, he's willing to do something for you guys. I just talked to him yesterday, and the bidding starts now. If you want a lure, start bidding. Talk to Adam, and then like we'll put your name on it. We'll put FW2 or FW22 on it. Well, it's how we want to do it, basically. So we might even have two. So we could have FW22 and then your personalized one. So we have two lures that you can auction on. So, but I want everybody to start going to FW22, their organization page, and make sure that you guys are checking them out, donating. And like I said, to all my manufacturers that I represent, I need products sent to Adam. Adam, where can they send those?
So I'll send them to this address. Let me know when you are ready.
Okay, just go ahead and say it. We're live. But...
All right. I just want to make sure everybody had paper and pen.
Okay. Well, it's recorded too, so
okay.
They can, and I'll make sure they all do.
So everything can get mailed to the address at 302 Tree Line. So it's TREELINE, one word, Cove, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46825. And just put up there for as the header, just FW22, and it'll all get sorted that way.
Right. Perfect. So then, yeah, let's hope. Well, you might. It's not all going to fit in your mailbox, bro. So, hopefully, it's yeah, yeah, you got some room there.
Uh,
We do have some questions, Adam, if you don't mind, if you got some
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. So I got one question. Do you assist in finding help with the PSD, substance abuse issues, stuff like that?
So we do. So let me touch on the substance abuse real quick.
Okay.
Um, so substance abuse is very unfortunate as far as the resources for veterans throughout the country. There's only three that I know of.
Okay.
So um, it's very hard to get in because there's only three that are covered through the Optimum program, which is outside care, through the VA, which is a whole nother
Mhm.
mess. As far as PTSD, um, if you go to our website, there's
Mhm.
a resource page, and on the resource page, there's several different options as far as what um, any veteran or even spouse of a veteran.
Okay, that's
Um,
awesome too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's all those resources for help. There's a national, it's called the PTSD Foundation, which is
Mhm.
phenomenal. The other thing I do want to say is that the VA, because of COVID, they went to this VVC program, which is all this video voice conference call.
Right. Like
Um,
Zoom calls and all that
yes.
stuff. Yeah.
But what was able to happen too was they were able to create some groups that are for like prolonged exposure for depression. But they were
Trying to
also
fix
doing,
my shirt.
they're
Sorry. I
also,
was trying to fix my shirt because I was like all crooked and so I need to get FW22 up here, man. So
um,
anyway, sorry to interrupt.
yeah, here, there. Uh,
There we go.
but then they also are doing like peer-to-peer groups within the VA. And those happen, I think it's weekly. Some are on video call. So I urge people that if they're looking for something where it's mental health related, get hold of the mental health at the VA. I am pro VA only because it'll help you down the road. It may not help you now, but the VA being in the system and enrolled is always better than trying to do it when your back's up against the wall because there is a process. Uh,
Right.
Here in Fort Wayne, we also have a group. It's called the Veteran Resource Center. Now they do the same thing. The only difference with the Veteran Resource Center is nothing is tracked. Like they don't let the VA know you're seeing them. The other thing is they provide counseling for your family members.
Uh,
And they do it after hours. If you need something that's at 7 o'clock at night, those are the people you go to. They will get it all taken care of for you. Where the VA is strictly by 4 o'clock, you're done.
right.
The vet
So,
center will accommodate to everyone's schedule in the
right.
evenings and stuff like that. And if they can't help, they are just like we are. They're going to put you in contact with other organizations or other resources within the community.
Well, it's not only that, it's like, it's not like a 9 to 5 job where you have an issue, like, you could have something at 7 p.m., it's not 9 to 5, I've got an
Right.
issue after hours. So that's great that you provide those, services or at least recommendations on where to go.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah. And then every state is working on a statewide suicide prevention hotline. But, and when it comes to suicide prevention, all that other stuff, I know you don't want to pick up the phone and talk to somebody you don't know. I get
right.
that. That's why I always try to choose veteran organizations with so everybody with FW22, we made it mandatory as a organization that every member is QPR certified, which is question, persuade, resist. Uh, but what it is it's pretty much suicide prevention training.
Okay.
It's annual training we have to go to, um, and it's mandatory. So if you were to call our number or leave us a message and said, "Hey, I need to talk to somebody," somebody's going to get back to you that's a trained professional.
Right.
They're not going to be a mental health expert, but we went through QPR training to at least kind of help talk you down from the edge until you can get help.
Exactly.
You know,
And that's amazing. Yeah, that is truly amazing. That at least you're offering those services, and I know you're a vet, and you've been through probably a I can't even imagine what you've been through overseas, but at the same time, it's like it's glad that you're giving back to the community, and I want people to give back to your organization so that they can, help other people to support your cause, and like I said, donations, products, all that stuff that would be greatly appreciated. And I'll work my tail off for FW22, that, to get you guys some good stuff for September. And then we got a couple of more questions here,
yeah,
man.
absolutely. Fire away.
Um, do vets come in this far from all over the U.S.?
So I actually help. So on top of FW22, I also help vets with what's called compensation and pension claims, um,
Hmm.
enrollment into the VA. And so I do that nationally. There's a bunch I've probably helped this year alone, probably 30 vets with trying to get their foot in the door within the VA, within their state, along with trying to figure out how to do a claim for service and related injury that they didn't know that they were able to receive funds or go through a claim process for that to be covered under the VA.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I get calls. I do a transition program too, where we
Mhm.
will help write resumes for
Oh,
veterans
wow.
that are getting out. But keep in mind, it's 9 people in FW22 total. So, and we're all working full-time jobs. We all have like family stuff, and we're doing this, and we're doing this on our own time.
Right.
So, we may not be able to help you out right away. It might not be within a 24-hour, if you need a resume, you want it in 24 hours, we're probably not the people to get in contact with, but we will help you and will help assist. And especially like the transition program. If you Google it's called the VA welcome packet. If you
Mhm.
Google that, nobody knows this exists, and I don't know how, because even the VA, unfortunately, the people I talked to didn't know this existed. But it is a checklist of what you need to do in the process of transitioning out of the military and into the VA, and it's
Wow.
all spelled out, and it's a very good resource. So I
So
urge,
can you just reiterate that one more time so
yeah,
people listening like might have, because it went fast, but maybe they
yeah,
could actually, check into it.
yeah. It's called the VA Welcome Toolkit. And it is designed to help walk you through the process within the VA system, and in the military, to how you're supposed to transition out, and the process and the checklist to make it a lot smoother for transitioning service members that are retiring or just getting out in general, and it walks them through the entire process, and
Right.
it's
I
a
just want to, yeah, I think that's a very huge tool for everybody to know about. So that's why I wanted to, kind of go back to it again one more
Yep,
time.
and
Uh,
I put that on our website, so it'll be under our resources link as well.
okay, perfect. Yeah.
Um, because our goal is really just, if we can't help you, or if you don't want to ask for help, we understand that as veterans. So here's a resource link. Hopefully, something in there helps you along the way instead of you having to ask, because I know sometimes our pride as veterans and stuff can overrule logical reasoning sometimes. And
Well, yeah.
we're trying to
Yeah.
put all that information out there for you.
Exactly, and that's beautiful. So, and you can also like go to our website bsprllc.com, and go to our charity section down there, and it directly links back to FW22. So you can find all the resources there that you need, that Adam had just spoke of. And then once they have their new website updated, we'll update ours as well to link back to them. Couple more questions here, Adam. Sorry, man. I don't want to.
Oh no,
It's Saturday night, 5:30,
well,
man.
hey, I got nothing else going on. I'd much rather spend my time doing this.
Yeah, me too, and that's why I'm working. It says, what is the criteria for the vets you help? So I don't understand that.
Yeah,
Maybe you can elaborate that.
yeah. So a lot of the vets we help, we want you reach out to us, and we'll send you some forms to fill out. Those forms are just kind of a who, what, where, when, why.
Okay.
Who you are, what do you need, why do you need it? And then if you have supporting documents from the VA, we really try to help. Our main focus right now is like the state of Indiana.
Okay.
We help out Michigan. We help out vets in Illinois and Ohio and those surrounding areas. We're trying to eventually grow so we become bigger. The problem with that is we're only 9 people right now, and a workforce that doesn't want to, let alone work, but also volunteer. Because I probably put in 40 plus hours every week into FW22.
Wow.
But I'm also putting in, at my normal job, I'm putting in 65 hours. And then I'm putting in 45 or 40 hours into FW22. And then I've also got a daughter graduating high school and she just signed her letters of commitment to college. So we're going to be empty nesters. So, trying to balance all that, get the daughter ready for college, get things tied up and ended here that we need to do for her. And I'm not the only one. We've got other board members that have kids, have other obligations as well. So we're kind of keeping it in the tri-state, quad state area: Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois.
Well, so let me ask you a question on that, Adam. Is there any government assistance that could help you advance the organization to add more employees and expand this into a United States, region instead of just Midwest or and things of that nature?
So I am okay. So the statewide suicide prevention hotline and that program,
Mm-hmm.
that is about the only thing that I have tried to get involved with to try to help get FW22's name out there at a bigger level. We've also written Congress on changing some laws for veterans. And that's a lengthy process. It's not anything fast. We've also tried to make new laws for veterans that would affect them nationwide. As far as grants go, you almost have to have a dedicated grant writer for the grants that could be received. If we received grants and we had a dedicated grant writer for those grants, then it would open up a lot more funding, which would then allow us to grow substantially bigger with the same oversight we have, but probably a little bit less stress on our shoulders. So we have definitely reached out, tried to do some grants, found out that these organizations that are really big actually hire grant writers. And that's all they do is they fill out grants on a daily basis and submit them.
So if anybody here that is listening right now is a grant writer, let's get in touch with FW22 and BSPR LLC, and let's get this thing cooking, because he's doing a lot of great things in the organization. They only have 9 people, but they're doing 90,000 times what other people are doing for veterans right now.
And to finish up that question, Paul, as far as what is needed too, we just need a copy of the DD 214 to prove that you served. Honorable service is great, but nothing puts you out of contention. We've helped veterans with bad conduct discharges. We've helped them with less than honorable. It really just kind of depends on the situation. Most of our stuff focuses around the mental illness portion of it. If it's something that involves a mental illness and your mental illness, then we're going to do everything we can to try to alleviate that stress.
Yeah, and
If
that's
you need a roof repair, we're probably not going to be the organization that pays.
yeah, exactly. It's not UNICEF. It's you're helping people out. As far as stress and getting acclimated and things to that that nature. So, like I said, we do appreciate it. I do have. We got another question.
Yep.
They asked the same thing, so it just probably came in late. So it was the same question as the last one for criteria. So actually, there's a lot of people looking at it, to see what you guys can help on with criteria.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we are a small organization, so it's not like we have $100,000 in the bank, and we're ready to give it out to just anybody. We are a small organization. We've had a huge impact here just in Fort Wayne. That's why we've continued to push it out to other limits, outside to other states. We're definitely making a name for ourselves. We're definitely growing, but we're still the same 9 people from last year and the year before. I've been with the organization since year 6.
Yeah.
It's all pretty much the same people since it all started, minus 1 or 2 additional people.
But that just shows that your integrity and your dedication to the cause. So, like 9 people strong, it doesn't matter. You can have 2 people strong in the company as long as you're, adamant about the cause and the dedication to that. So, my hat's off to you, my friend. You guys are doing a great thing and helping people out. And I'm sure you've helped. I don't even know how many people you've helped out, probably thousands, just by your organization alone. And don't minimize yourself just because you're only in Fort Wayne right now. I mean, crap, man. This goes live. You could be, you might hate me after this one. He might be on a plane to California or something tomorrow. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
yeah, well, yeah. Well, I need you here too. So,
Yeah.
but don't forget the small people. But no, I think you guys are doing a great job, and just totally support what you guys are doing, and that's why. If you go to our website, www.bsprllc.com, go to the all the way on our homepage, all the way at the bottom section, it says charities. I want everybody that's watching donate some money, and then all my manufacturers that I represent, they'll get on board, and just make sure that we send that to Adam. Adam, give him the address again one more time,
Yeah.
please.
302 Tree Line. It's all one word. TREELINE Cove, Fort Wayne, Indiana 46825.
Yeah. So anybody, my manufacturers better send something. And that's when is September 24th, correct?
Yeah, so it's going to be a Saturday, September 24th at 10 a.m.
Okay. Yeah. But we'll have the actual products there beforehand. And then me, I work really quick, so I'll probably have about 10 new products to add by that time.
Yep.
So,
And then what we do too is anybody that donates, what we do is we'll do like Instagram, and we'll do a Facebook Live, or we'll do just Facebook posts as well as on Instagram, of every company that donated or was a sponsor. We also have sponsorship programs. And
okay.
then there's also donations and silent auction items.
Okay.
So whether you're a sponsor, a donator, we make sure that you get recognized for,
Nice.
supporting our
Yeah.
organization, and we'll tag you in as much stuff as we can. And then we'll do like a live Facebook video day of the event as well, to
Yeah.
walk around and show everybody. And then usually if any, we always tell people, if you have a flyer you want, we'll put it out with the item or a business card. So when we go through, everybody that's going through the tables and the Facebook live video, they're seeing all that stuff.
Oh, perfect, man. And then also that'll be on our website too. Like anything that you guys do on Facebook, it'll be on our website. So that's not a problem. So that you can always check it out on our website as well. And then, but that's awesome that you guys are appreciative of all the vendors, donating merchandise, or at least monetarily. So that's great that you at least acknowledge it. I mean, there's a lot of people just take stuff and say thanks a lot, and don't give any recognition. So, but I think this one's, like I said, it's a great cause. It's going to help, a lot, so many people coming, back from, just from a mental state, coming back, to be in back to a good health. And that's why we started our companies, because we're very ethical about our business, and also we're very adamant about going outdoors and just experiencing life and enjoying life outdoors instead of playing on your stupid computers all day. Or your little video games or whatever the kids are playing anymore. So we encourage everybody to go outdoors, and that includes veterans too, because sometimes that's all it takes is just, hey, let's go on a kayak ride or something like that.
So, yeah. So, one of the things that we did this year that we've never done before was, so we have a bunch of events this year. We have 5 events as of right now. There's usually we put in 2 more. We try to throw in there kind of like as a surprise to the community. So we have our hike, which is September 24th.
Mhm.
June 4th, we partnered with the 122nd Fighter Wing here in Fort Wayne. They
All right.
do an air show, so we'll have a booth out there representing FW22. We also do a motorcycle ride. It's an escorted ride this year, and it's called a Ride for the Resilient. And it's pretty fun. It's just you go from one point A to point B leisurely. There's usually Fort Wayne Harley Davidson there's a dice roll that you roll the dice, it lands on whatever they say it needs to land on. You could win a Harley Davidson, and
Wow.
I think it was $10 a roll. But we'll have that at every stop. Somebody rolling the dice. You can if you want 30 rolls, you can pay for 30 rolls.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we'll have food and everything else there. We'll stop at like an American Legion, or we stop back at Harley for like the closing event.
Mhm.
The June 25th it's called the Freedom Festival, and what we did this year, this is something new for us this year, is we went and paid and rented out kayaks and canoes for the river for veterans and their families, completely free for them. We're paying everything for them this year.
Wow.
So we hadn't never done this before, so we're taking a risk, but we feel that now a veteran can take his family out free and enjoy the outdoors, or maybe it's a group of veterans that get together, but it's all free.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt you there. So I'm gonna not call my manufacturers out, but we have kayak manufacturers and canoe manufacturers. So we've got Tuck Tech and Woo Wave. So make sure you're paying attention to those two. So make sure that they're donating to the cause as well.
Yep. And then our last event that we have scheduled so far is it's like November 12th, and it's been a really successful event. It's a strikeout against veteran suicide. It's a bowling tournament. It's
Oh wow.
an all day thing. Again, we've never our flagship has always been the hike, but there's all these other things that we can tie into, like being a little bit more outdoorsy, but also trying to understand the veterans. Like some may not want to go hike or walk, some may not want to go float down the river. But you know what? We found a lot of veterans that like to bowl. We found ones that really like airplanes. So we're trying to tie in all these events to try to get veterans outside
Yeah,
of the house and something for them to be engaged in. And again, by doing so, we'll create hopefully interaction amongst other veterans, which will create some friendship.
exactly.
And now they
Perfect.
have something, they have somebody that they can hang out with and talk to, and then that becomes their support system. Um,
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what we built this company on getting people outdoors, and then when we crossed paths with FW22, I was like, man, veterans, they need to get outside too, because nobody even thinks about that. It's like, there's people that's suffering, and they need to have joy in their lives as well, because they're probably suffering, and nobody thinks about that. They just get back from the war and everybody says, thanks for your service, but nobody thinks about what's going on inside their head. And like to go outside and actually to enjoy life with some friends and family and stuff like that. That's what we're here for, and that's why we're supporting you guys.
yeah, and I could, with all the members of FW22, they couldn't be on Saturday. They all had obligations. But we were greatly honored when we were approached by BSPR LLC as wanting to help support our mission. And, for that, we are greatly, greatly appreciative of it, because without companies like yours, we can't continue to do what we do for veterans. I mean, unfortunately, it takes money, and money is not something that, I can just divvy out of my own pocket every time.
Yeah, exactly. And
You
and
know,
and that and that's why we're here to help. And that's what I'm saying on this live broadcast right now. Any of my manufacturers, please donate some products to Adam and his organization, FW22. And anybody that's listening that is not a manufacturer of mine, donate on our website at bsprllc.com. Click on the charity section, FW22, and start donating some money for him and his cause. He's doing a great thing, and he's helping a lot of people. And it's just something that needs to be done to help our veterans out. And I'm like I said, I've never been in the military, but I respect the military, and I respect everybody that serves our country and keeps us safe over here. So let's do some things, people, and get it done here. So, Adam, any, I don't know, what are your plans for the rest of the weekend? Let's just keep it casual here.
so my daughter has
Uh-huh.
her last volleyball tournament this weekend for all of high school. So she's in a travel club. So this is their last weekend to play before she goes off to college. So
So it's
I,
gonna be a little heartbreaker for you, but
I mean, here's my thing. I've succeeded as a parent. She's not pregnant. She's not on drugs. She's not in jail. Like, I mean, she got scholarship offers. So like for me, it was a big win.
yeah,
Like, man, I know how screwed up I am mentally. And I'm like, I did not screw up this kid as bad as what I thought I did, because I did
yeah,
something right somewhere. So, it
uh,
will be like there's a lot of strong connections with the other families, but just be able to watch her one last time before she goes off to college and
yeah.
be a
That's
big
awesome,
thing.
man.
Um,
Well, let's everybody say a good congrats to her for going to college, and then let's cheer her on tonight.
but yeah, so I mean, other than that, I think that's about what I have going on. I may go for a drive. I don't know, depending if the weather's
Yeah,
nice.
how you got like 17,000 cars now? I mean, like, I don't know. No, you got the BMW and you got a Corvette, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
but
those they're pretty slick cars.
yeah, and like for me, that's my like I can't do anything physical like I used to, like going to the gym. That was my big outlet, and
Yeah,
because I worked my butt off all the time, I was able to get myself something nice and found, a new enjoyment in just driving. Like I
Yeah.
don't go to the parking lot and just sit. Like I put miles on my cars. They don't sit in the garage. There's chips on them. Like it doesn't matter. But yeah, and so that's the other thing we're going to try to do is put together. It won't be this year, but next year start doing random cruises for veterans.
Oh, that'd be awesome,
And
man.
it's not to raise money. It is just, hey, we're
Just
gonna,
get out of the house. Yeah.
yep, hey, we're gonna go cruise. We're gonna go to uh like Muncie. There's a place called Kamek Station, and there's two routes to take. One's an hour and 30 minutes, one's 2 hours, and it's a nice smooth drive. And hey, you know what? We're gonna cruise together. We'll get as many cars as possible. We'll make reservations to go have lunch or something, and then we'll cruise back on your own, or we'll cruise together as a group, or maybe we go to a 10 caps game, or just something. But that's something
Yeah.
I'm in the early mindset of trying to put together, but with 5 events already on the books
And
and two.
you got a lot on your plate, man.
Yeah, so I just
So,
want to I
but
want and I want to make sure it's done right.
you're thinking outside the box, though. But that's I'm sure everybody's going to appreciate it once it comes to fruition. So it's great what you're doing. I love that, man. I love I'm scared to get in your car though. So I'm not going to be riding shotgun. I doubt it.
Well, the Corvette is pretty much stock.
Pretty much, yeah. You say that until my skin's peeling off my face. So I'll just leave it as I'll be a spectator or something to that
Yeah. Well,
nature.
I mean, it's a shame because the BMW's got more horsepower than the Corvette does. But
Yeah.
anybody that's a GM fan, I'm trying to fix that. Okay, just bear
Okay.
with me. Car
And
parts cost money, and inflation, the way it is, it's taking a little bit longer than expected.
Okay, there we go. So no GM fans, don't write any comments on. And I used to have a BMW back in the day too. So and I got rid of it. So but no, this has been an excellent conversation, Adam. I thank you so much for taking time on a Saturday evening, and again, make sure you go to our website, bsprllc.com. Go to the charity section. There's FW22 sitting right there. Make sure you donate any of my many vendors and manufacturers that I deal with. Make sure that Adam gave you the address like several times already. Make sure you send him donations for the auction coming up in September. And this is not our last podcast. We'll be in touch before then to make sure the update and to make sure if we're not getting enough, we need more. And I guarantee you, probably by I don't know what is today, May 14th. I'd say by June 1st, I probably have 3 new products coming on. So we'll get you some more products coming on and make sure that the event's successful, and make sure that you guys are doing a great job that you guys are already doing, but to continue that work.
Yeah, well, thank you for all the support, Paul, and what BSPR LLC is able to do for us. Again, I can't do it on my own, and we can't do it without people like you willing to get donations rounded up, and putting us on your website as a charitable um, organization. So bottom of our hearts, we greatly appreciate it, and it means a lot to us.
But it means a lot to us for you guys to even accept us, because you guys are doing really good things, and for us to be a part of what you guys are doing is an honor for us as well. So we greatly appreciate that. So but we'll continue to work together, and like I said, anybody watching, keep donating to FW22 on our site through bsprllc.com or their site on their Facebook, and then we'll get that updated on our site once they have that done. And then all the donations, please keep giving. I don't care if you're a manufacturer of mine, you can't donate. Share it to somebody else that could. So I hope to have a lot of products out there for that auction. And like I said in the beginning, Adam, Tio is going to manufacture one of the best lures in the world just for FW22.
I mean, it sounds like I might have to start fishing to just try these lures out. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous, man.
Well, if you go to
Another hobby that's expensive.
if you go to our website, GFS on our website is the manufacturer. That's Tio. He's out of Greece. He's the #1 lure manufacturer in the world, hands down. We have his product, and he's willing to do one custom for FW22 to auction off. And some of these lures can go to $2,000-$3,000.
Well, that's awesome. I'm really excited to be able to team up again. I'll definitely try to get that put up on his information and a link to him on our website and on our Facebook, and see what we can get.
Yeah, exactly. Just say, it's going to be an FW22 lure, but like he had some things going on today, so, and it's also probably like midnight in Greece right now. So but he was going to show you a demonstration how he can hit it with a hammer and it won't break, it won't chip or anything like that. That's why they're like $2,000 to $3,000 lures. So, but we have them on our website. That's, BSPRLLC.com. Go to our partners page, GFS. He's actually on our homepage. He's on our fishing. He's on our new products, a whole bunch of stuff. But that's who's going to be making your lure for you, buddy. So, but the highest bidder wins it. So make sure you start bidding now. I'd get that up, Adam, if I were you. Start bidding on that lure.
Yeah, I'll get some information from you outside of this.
Yeah, and have people start bidding on that, because, like I said, I mean, you go to Bass Pro Shops, some of those lures right now, they're like the cheapest brands out there, and the one we have, it's like 20 times better. So you still can pay at Bass Pro Shops for like maybe a $2,000 lure. Ours is like 20 times better than that, and probably it could go for $5,000 for you guys, and it's customized.
Yeah,
but if you do bass fishing is the #1 fishing sport in the United States. And that is what people look for. And there's a lot of anglers out there, bass anglers, that will pay that amount of money for customized one for bragging rights, and #1 for charity.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely get that information from you and offline, and we'll get that posted as soon as possible.
Heck yeah, man. So hey, look at my shirt. Let's showcase them here. There we go. FW22 right there, buddy. So, hey, thank you all for tuning in, and thanks for the comments from everybody. This will be recorded, so Adam can post it on his social media and all that stuff, and we'll post it back on ours. So check out our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok. I don't even know what the heck we have anymore. Everything's going to be on social media, so you can check it out after this. So if you didn't tune in, you can check it out later. So we thank Mr. Adam Griffith from FW22 for his time and his insight on his organization. And we look forward to everybody just making sure that we can all go to his site, our site, and get him some donations and supporting his organization.
All right. Thank you guys for your time.
All right. Thank you, Adam. Have a great night.
All right. You too.
All right. Cheers, mate.